Why does everybody say turkey breast is dry when you can cook it like this? It's time to barbecue like a boss! All right, guys, for Thanksgiving, if you have a smaller crowd, or maybe you just don't like cooking the whole bird and you want to cook turkey breast, I'm going to show you exactly how I like to do the turkey breast by itself. So we're going to start with a garlic compound butter. So we have butter, fresh garlic, fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, and fresh parsley. And then we're just going to add a little bit of flavor. Boss blend is salt, pepper, and garlic. And then we're just going to mix this all together. Best if the butter is room temperature. This is going to add a bunch of flavor, keep that breast moist. We're going to stick this underneath the skin. We have our turkey breast here. Carefully lift that skin up without detaching it all the way and just get some of this garlic herb butter. Okay. Once you get that butter underneath the skin, a little bit of our boss blend for our base coat. That's our salt, pepper, garlic, just very simple flavor profile, but very tasty. We use a high grade sea salt, so it's got that flaky sea salt in there. It's a very nice flavor. And the fine ground garlic, that gives it a nice coat all the way across. And then we're gonna come back through on the top with the poultry rub. That's gonna add your color, because there's a little bit of sugar and then also the paprika. So as that cooks, you're gonna get that nice golden mahogany color. So I like to start on the bottom, a little bit of the boss blend and a little bit of the poultry rub. Turn that over. Same thing on this one. A little bit of poultry rub. And now what we're gonna do is shape this up. So you want a little medallion shape. You wanna shape it up so they're nice little medallions. You can see how much better that looks already. Maybe it's the chef coming out of me, I don't know. But I like to make sure they're a nice shape going in. Then same thing on top. Boss blend, salt, pepper, garlic. You don't need a lot because we got 2 of them here. The poultry rub, now this is really what's gonna give you that color and that flavor you're looking for. So it's got that paprika and a little bit of sugar that's gonna cause that to crust up and give you that beautiful color. Now that's going on our Weber grill. And we're using a combination of briquettes and lump charcoal. And we're gonna cook at about 300 degrees. For the turkey breast today, we are going to use the TempSpike Pro. This is amazing wireless thermometer, so you don't have to worry about anything. There's no guesswork involved. We're going to set it at 165 degrees to make sure these turkey breasts are cooked perfectly. We're going to set up the grill, so charcoal on either side, a water pan in the middle, and these are going right on top of that water pan. So it's an indirect cooking method. It's a nice, even cooking method. The vent on the bottom of the grill is wide open, and then the vent on the top, we're going to leave 3/4 open. I'm going to show you exactly how to make the perfect mashed potatoes. For me, the perfect mashed potatoes are really smooth and creamy, buttery and salty, okay? I'm going to start with 2 pounds of Idaho potatoes and Yukon Gold potatoes. I think a combination of both of them makes the absolute best mashed potato. 2 big pinches of salt. That's one thing people get wrong about mashed potatoes is my dad used to call them not enough mashed potatoes. Not cooked enough, not enough salt, not enough butter, not enough cream. You need a lot of all those things. Mashed potatoes are very plain, so you need to add a lot, and you definitely have to cook them long enough. The best way to test that is with a fork. If you stick a fork into them and they fall apart, then you know they're cooked long enough. So these are just about done. We're gonna cook them a little bit longer, and then I'll show you a couple more tricks. We can tell these potatoes are cooked. They're very tender. Step 1, we put a lot of salt in the water. When we cooked them long enough, now we're gonna strain them. Put them back in the pot you cooked them in. Back on the fire. Now what we're doing is drying out the potato. You can hear that moisture coming off there, and the potatoes are drying out. Now, you're really gonna think I'm crazy. You're gonna go back in the strainer, and this is how you're gonna get the most smooth mashed potatoes. Now, you can see you push it right through these holes, and this takes a little bit of time, but the potatoes will be so smooth, no lumps. To me, the measure of great mashed potatoes is they're smooth and creamy and salty, but you take these few extra steps, and you're gonna have a great mashed potato experience. There's a difference between good and great. And that's what I say. It's like these little extra steps get you from good to great. There's other tools to do this, like a food mill, but if you're at home, I don't know how many times you might use a food mill, once or twice a year, depending on what type of food you're cooking. But so I just use this. Okay, we're all pushed through. We're gonna add our butter and just a little bit of heavy cream at a time. Potatoes are really cooked well. We put them through the strainer so there's no lumps in here. A little bit of boss blend, salt, pepper, garlic. You can see how creamy these are. That's perfect. It's smooth, it's creamy, you can taste the butter. I think it's awesome to take the extra steps to make them perfect like this. Better than grandma's, don't tell her I said that. All right, guys, for the gravy, what we're gonna do is start with a mirepoix. We have a turkey neck, but you could use any bones or scraps you have from turkey or chicken. Carrots, celery, and onion. Chop it up and roast it with some sort of poultry scraps, whether it's you have chicken bones laying around, some of the turkey after you trim your breast. We're gonna stick it into a 350 degrees oven and roast it till it's brown. Then we're going to fortify our stock with this store-bought turkey stock. Then I brought it to a boil, and now I'm gonna add my roasted vegetables. This process in the culinary world is called fortifying. So we're just adding to the flavor of this stock. Thyme and rosemary as well. Bring this to a boil, cook it for 35 or 40 minutes to really release the flavors, and then we're gonna strain it out. All right, guys, so this is what's called a light brown roux. Roux is simply equal parts butter and flour cooked together. This is what I suggest for gravies, especially like a turkey gravy or a beef gravy. Brings out some more flavor, some nuttiness. This is what I like, especially for turkey gravy. Next stage after this is dark brown roux, and that's for gumbos. That's a really deep flavor. Add our stock. Nice gravy. They call this nappe in French cooking because it coats the back of the spoon. You run your finger down and it holds the line. We hit our temp at 165 degrees. So we're gonna cut into this and see what it looks like. You can see perfectly cooked, really good. You get a combo of that classic holiday flavor, that Thanksgiving flavor with a little pop from the grill. You get a little smokiness, a little crunchiness from that rub on the outside. Delicious.